decorated with funny faces and little penciled stars or flowers. He was lucky. He had heard stories of the other sort of carer. The chief librarian's secretary had had a few bad experiences with her mother's carers, women who had been brusque or even downright unkind, and one who had been a thief. Hilary was dependable, strong, cheerful, reliable. Leslie knew good luck when it came his way. Nora Blade was not difficult, but rheumatoid arthritis, as bad as hers, did not make for an even temper. "Leslie? I'm here, but I'm going up to change. I'm soaked. It's poured all day. I've watched it through these windows, and it hasn't let up since you went out this morning." He could tell everything by her tone of voice. Good day, bad day, painful day. She sounded bright. Not a bad day, then. They could have a nice evening, and she'd be settled in bed before he had to go out. Sometimes, if she was in a lot of pain, he had to stay up with her, play a game of cards, help to make the night a bit shorter. On those evenings, he couldn't go. The strip light was on above the kitchen worktops, a pan of peeled carrots on the cooker, a chirpy note from Hilary on the pad. He felt better for dry trousers and his slippers, poured himself a lager, and checked on the casserole. The curtains were not yet drawn, and as he reached up to close them, he saw that the rain was no longer teeming down the windows, and the wind had dropped. "There's nothing much on," Nora said, after they had eaten supper and he had helped her back to her chair. She watched quiz games, wildlife and travel programs, Midsummer Murders, and reruns of the gentler comedy series. "University Challenge? They all look so scruffy." "Goodness, Mother, you should see some of our students. The ones on television are quite presentable." "There was a boy with green hair." "That was years ago." "All the same." They could continue bantering enjoyably in this way on and off until bedtime. It had taken Leslie some years to understand that Nora pretended to be grumpy and dissatisfied about small things, television programs, the noise the neighbours made, bits and pieces in the local paper, as a safety valve. She was in continuous pain. She was limited in movement, confined to a couple of rooms, and about those things she never complained. Grumbling over the scruffiness of the young on TV was a way of letting out a scream of anguish and misery at her condition. So he indulged her, let her grumble on. The actor who played the young detective in Midsummer Murders wasn't as good as his predecessor. Some of the wildlife programs had too much chat from presenters and too little focus on the animals. He was used to it. He didn't mind. "Hilary's sister is expecting a baby, did I tell you?" "You did. When's it due?" "Spring sometime. Ages yet. But of course Hilary's thrilled to bits. They live only a few streets away from her." "Yes, you said." Nora Blade never spoke a word against her carer and had never fallen out with her, even over something trivial. They watched half of a vulgar new sitcom before Nora decided to go to bed. "I've got 3 new library books Hilary changed for me. They can't be worse entertainment than this." She snapped the remote control button, and the television died. It was 9:30 by the time she was settled. Leslie went into the kitchen and opened the window. He could see a few stars in the clearing sky. He cleared away the supper plates, then took out a fresh sliced loaf, cheese, tomatoes, and a pack of ham, made the sandwiches, cut a bought fruit cake into slices, and wrapped everything in foil. He put the food into a carrier bag with 6 Mars bars, some apples, and a flask of coffee. He always made enough for 4, and if there were more, they had to share it. He sometimes wondered if Hilary ever saw the large blocks of cheese and packs of butter in the fridge, the chocolate and biscuits in the cupboard, and wondered who ate so much food, and usually overnight. But his mother always said one of the best things about Hilary was that she was never nosy, never commented, waited to be told things.